Hey everybody, David Lemon here. We had a deployment for GrooveKart recently, and I just wanted to show you some of the changes that we added on. There are a couple of big changes, so they require a little bit of demoing and also explaining. So let's just navigate over to GrooveKart and let's open one of the stores. I already opened one of the stores that I have on my paid account. So in case you have a paid account, this is what you're going to see. So as you can see, immediately the first and the big change that shows up is this little walkthrough wizard. We call it a guide or a welcome wizard, which guides you through step by step on setting up the basic information for every store. In case you have a paid account, you're going to see 6 steps over here. So 6 steps on paid accounts, and in case you have a free account, you're going to see 7 steps over here, with billing being the last one over here. So let me just show you how it looks like if you don't see this change over here. So I'm just going to pull in one of my other accounts, which is a free account. As you can see here, we need to set up the billing, but there are no messages, there is no welcome wizard. So in case you don't see the welcome wizard, head over to the upper right hand side navigation and click the clear cache. This will clear the cache of your store and it will show the actual welcome wizard, so you can see it also from your end. As you can see, the cache was cleared, and now we can see the welcome wizard, so that you can go step by step through the whole wizard. So before we actually move on, I can show you here that there is an extra step, which is billing on a free account. So in case you are using a free Groove account and you created your stores, then you will see the 6th step billing. I will explain that at a later point. So the wizard is very simple to follow. As you can see, we have some tasks that are necessary to fill out, and there are some extra tasks that you can fill out as a secondary option. But let's just see this wizard and how it guides us through. So by clicking on the step number 1, it asks us for different basic information like logos, favicons, store name, store phone, email, and the store address. I'm just going to put in here some dummy details. And in the store email, you get automatically an account which is store at your subdomain.groovekart.com. Okay, and once you connect a custom domain in a next step, later on you will get a custom email with a webmail. I'm going to explain that at a later point as well. So once done, let's just click the save button and let's move on. You can see immediately, woohoo, congratulations. In the international settings, you can choose your languages, which at this moment we only have English, but there is more languages coming soon on the way. Currencies, you can choose between the different currencies you plan to use on your store, and you can also choose the different countries that you want to service on your store. Once you're done with that, click the save button, and then you can go to the next step, which is shipping. In the shipping, you can set up the different shipping methods by selecting the different options on here. There is some information that is being pre-populated for you, so you can just very simply fill out the information that you need. In case you don't want any shipping information, then you can just remove that as well, or skip over the step. The next step is taxes. You can also use tax jar, which is recommended, and it makes it super easy for you to handle. You can create a tax jar account by clicking here, or you can choose to manually enter the taxes, or you can automatically calculate taxes in case you're in United States and Canada. If you don't use taxes, then you can just select this option and you can move on to the next option, which is payment gateways. In the payment gateways section, you can choose and set up your payment gateways, and we made it look a little pretty than it was before, with adding on these different logos and adding on another payment option, which is card PMT, as you can see in here. If you have a GroovePay account, you can click over here to connect to GroovePay, and then you put in your GroovePay information that you got once you registered, and then you can just fill that up in here in this little pop-up that shows up in here. Here we go, settings, and then you put in your GroovePay API key. Once you're done, click the save button, and then you're basically done launching the store. In case you have a free account, you do the same thing, except there is an extra additional step for you, which is the step number 6 for billing. So let me show you how that looks like. So what you're seeing right now on the screen is the billing settings. You can come to this screen through the wizard, or if you click onto the settings option, then you can choose billing if you are using a free account and basically created a store on a free account. The billing settings are used to have the free Groove accounts pay a small store commission, which is 2% of sales. So every first of the month, every 1st of May, 1st of June, and so on, the GrooveKart will process a payment for the different sales that you have. For each sale, 2%, and you need to put in a credit card number over here, or your payments or the checkout page will be restricted. That means that the customers will go add things to cart and fill out their details, but they will not be able to process the payment because this credit card is missing. So at this moment, once you add on a credit card number, there will be no payments. You don't have to worry about paying anything except when you actually made sales. Then on the 1st of every month, you will get a small charge on your card because of this store commission. In case you added in all your credit card details, then you're set, and you will be able to see the invoice list over here. So I just need to mention that the invoice list and all of the charges will happen only on the real and active transactions. The test transactions will not be marked here on this screen. So what happens if you missed a payment, or if the card was declined or something like that? There will be a pay invoice button that shows up, and also there will be a notification like this one over here in the store, so that you can see and get reminded about updating your card numbers and card details. Otherwise, the checkout will also be restricted again, so that your customers will not be able to process the payments and also purchase something from your store. If you actually got to that point that the checkout is restricted, the abandoned cart emails will still be sending out emails, and the customers will come to the checkout but will not be able to purchase anything from your store. So in order to get around this one, it is the best to actually put in a valid credit card number, and then you're good to go. You can continue using your store as you were previously, or you can just upgrade to a paid account with Groove, and then you don't have any kind of billing settings. So once you upgrade, and everybody that is on a platinum account will not have any billing settings that they need to worry about. The next feature that we added is a very, very, very requested feature that was pushed for a couple of different reasons, different priorities and things, but now we added it on finally. If you head over to your store information on here, in the settings, store information, you will see a tab where you can click and activate stock management. So stock management needs to get activated first. From this section, you turn on the stock management, and you also have some other options to manage. Do you want to allow ordering of out of stock products? Yes or no? Do you want to receive a notification if the available quantity of product is below the following threshold? Like, you can set up the threshold over here. So if you want to receive notifications, you leave this turned on. If you don't want to receive notifications, you can turn this off. The notifications are going to be sent to the emails that are added in the store information section and notification emails. As you can see here, receive notification when an order is placed, availability quantity of a product below is 3 items, and so on. So once you turn on the stock management, you can manage these options. You can choose the different quantity options, and then you can navigate over to your products, and you will see another column which is for handling the quantities. Let me just show you quickly. So on this screen, you can see that there is the category, price, and everything like this, but there is no quantity option yet because we didn't save it. So navigating back to the store information, let's just click stock management, turn it on, and we need to make sure that we save it over here. Click the save button, and once you see the data updated successfully, or data updated successfully, you can navigate back to your products and see the different change. So there will be one extra column on here. As you can see, quantity. So quantity is now managed by each and every product. So you can go in, edit the products, and where you edit the quantity is in the variance settings. So you navigate over to your pricing and variance options, and then you can see here the quantity. The quantity of the wholesale cost and flat shipping fee is calculated by the number of different variants you set up in here. So if you click the variance, this is where you set up the different quantities for each and every variant of your products. So in the wholesale over here, it is managed by the quantity that you set up there. If you set the quantity to 0, then you can see that the quantity over here will change. We just need to make sure that we save first. So we save. Once this updates, the wholesale cost also updates. What happens if you actually put everything to 0? Let's just leave these two on 0 and these two on 20. So I'll just show you how it looks like if you preview the product. When you preview the product, the quantities that basically the variants that have 0 will not show up in the offers anymore as a selectable variant. Also, they will not show up if you have anything in a drop down which has a quantity of 0. And what happens if everything is 0? We click the save button. You'll see that the actual product, it will show up that there is no product available and it is out of stock. It will also show it here instead of the variants, and also instead of the buy button or add to cart button, the product is out of stock will show up. So this is what happens when all of the products and all of the variants have a 0 quantity. Also, when something goes out of stock, you will be receiving emails about that as a notification that the actual products are out of stock. We added on a couple of different things as well to the builder, and there is a big change that came to the builder, and I'll show you quickly. If we navigate to the GrooveKart builder, now in GrooveKart, you have the ability to create and design your own themes. You can create the themes and sell them or give them to your clients and allow them to import. As you can see now, when we go into the pages, you create the different pages and you design them each one by one. And once you're done with that, you can navigate to the upper right hand side corner hamburger menu and you can click over to the themes. In the themes, you can click to the My Themes and then the plus icon. You can give this theme a name. Let's call it Apple. And once you click on this check mark, you create a theme that is called Apple. And this Apple theme can be exported and can be imported by your clients. You can also download this as a JSON file. You can rename it, load it, save something that you save a change that you did to an existing theme and things like that. Your clients will be able to use the download file that you give them and import it through this import option where you just select the different file, the JSON file that you gave them, and then they can import it to GrooveKart. They will be able to load it immediately and load all the pages that you changed from here. So what actually goes into the theme? The theme is saving everything that you create on different pages. So on home pages, on product pages, in case you click, all of the layouts will be saved as well. All of the upsell layouts will be saved as well. Everything will be saved. So the images, the text, and everything. So this is what means a theme. So you create the layout and the design, and then you can export it and maybe even sell the different themes. We added on another element as well. If you head over to pages, Upsell, and you choose one of the layouts that you would like to work with, and then here, elements, upsell elements, and in the other category, we created a total cart price, which you can click and drag out on the canvas, which will mention to the customers how much they actually need to pay for the total of their cart. So in case they purchase the main product, and if they purchase the upsell product, how much will this total cart be? If you click on this element in the settings on the upper right hand side corner, you can manage the text and what it actually says, and you can change different price colors. You can also change the different values and these attributes on here. We also did some improvements to the GrooveKart builder. If you see on the left hand sidebar, there are no more settings. The settings that we had previously here were all related to different elements and also on different, basically elements to different pages. So if we navigate over to pages, and if we navigate over to the shopping cart, if you click on the table element over here in the settings, we added on some of those changes and some of those settings that were here in a separate menu specifically to this element on here. So if you would like to manage something in this table on your shopping cart page, then you can just manage them from here. But in case you would like to manage your checkout, for example, the settings that were here in below the pages option in the builder are also related to the checkout. So in case you click these three dots and you navigate to the settings of the checkout, here you can manage what kind of checkout you would like. Would you like to pop-up cart, fly-out cart, redirect to the checkout page, and things like that. So you can manage all of these changes on the checkout page settings. We also improved the help desk and we reworked it and made it a bit more easy to work with. And we also added on a free webmail client for your support email. So let me just show you how it looks like. If you navigate to your orders and you click on the help desk, you will see if you don't have a live domain, if you don't have a custom domain connected, then this is what you're going to see. This help desk page collects emails from default contact us form only. So what this means, in case you don't have a live domain, if you didn't connect a custom domain to your store, then the contact form that you can set up in settings, store information, and if you scroll down on this page, there is a default contact form that you can set up. So the store contact page, you can turn this on, set this up, and then you can have this collect all the inquiries and all the questions and basically customers' feedback to the actual help desk that is built into GrooveKart. In case you did connect a domain to your store, you will see something different. Let me show you how it looks like then. When you have connected a custom domain to your help desk or to your GrooveKart store, you will immediately receive a free support@yourdomain.com email. You'll also have access to a webmail. In case you don't see this information on here, you can just navigate to your domain name settings over here. So settings, domain, and you can manage your DNS records with the information that GrooveKart gives you on here. There needs to be an MX record pointed so that you can use the webmail. You can see the username and the password below over here, and then once you are done, you can click here into this button, and this will immediately pop out the actual webmail system so that you can start using it for your own store. So all of the emails that somebody sends to support@yourdomain.com will show up in this free webmail system that GrooveKart provides you. This allows you to receive not only inquiries on that one contact form, but also you can have people email you and then have everything available within this webmail platform. We also had a couple of fixes. For example, the AliConnect extension, there was an issue when users had it installed in their Chrome browsers and they were looking for something on AliExpress. The Chrome extension was always logging them out and putting them back to the sign up page or the sign in page in AliExpress. So that was fixed. There was also an issue with the now price. When you have the was price and the now price for different discounts and different sales, the now price, when the currency was switched to a different one on the store, was not showing the proper pricing. And also there was an error or an issue when the upsell or a bump products were selected or searched for within the product selection. Then they were not offered fully. So basically the search functionality was cutting off all of the offered upsells and bumps, so the users were not able to use that functionality. That was also fixed, and now it is working beautifully. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Quite a lot of different changes that came to GrooveKart. We're still adding on, we're still working hard on the new ones, but I'm 100% sure that you are going to like what we added on this week.